2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke, but he's such a nice guy you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, well, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this whole location.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Yeah, that was a safe play. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Just hammered that through the line. This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one.
Sitting at 1 over for the day. Let's check in with our man on the ground, John McCarthy, for our course report. John, what will Foxholm Golf Links be serving the players this week?
Well, Luke, I think Foxholm Golf Links is going to be serving up some birdies, maybe a side of eagle. The course really is right in front of these players, and what you see is what you get. Not a whole lot of tricks to it, so I think people are going to be firing at these flags all week. And I'm going to sit back and enjoy that. Hopefully the folks at home will as well.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That got a little out of control, I think. This would be a great up and down. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. This one's dialed in. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Playing their 4th shot. Beautiful shot.
I mean, you've got to expect this kind of stuff when you start up a rivalry with a tour player. This is what they do.
We have a par 3 on this one. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Yeah, a quality shot that.
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
This is their look at birdie.
The old hammer hands putt. 11 feet to the cup. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Let's see what happens here on the 4th. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Well, here's an unlikely player. A little bit of an underdog, you say?
Yes, but everybody on the PGA Tour can play. He's just an unknown quantity at the moment. I'm excited to watch.
Oh, well done. And as they stand over this putt, it's for a share of 3rd spot.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Even for the day. Currently tied for 7th position. about that for a par?
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
Here we are at the 5th hole of Foxholm Golf Links. 424 par 4 from the tips.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching the steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. Magical shot.
Oh, you love to see those shots land. What a play.
Taking aim from about 170 yards.
He's 2 shots back.
Club up. I like this play. Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order, but after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
He's currently sitting in second.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4. That's not the shot he was hoping for.
Not too sure what they were trying to do with that swing.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
And only one off the pace here.
This one heading to the bunker.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Sitting at 3 under par. Currently 2nd place. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy to be back on the green. 8 feet to the cup.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
And this one will be for double bogey. He finds himself in a share of 4th.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Opting for the 9-iron. That's just inside the range.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Ouch, that hurts. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
That's a good putt to make, that one.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. As we stride to the final hole of the outward half of Foxholm Golf Links, the players will be licking their lips with this par 5, measuring just over 500 yards.
Yeah, this is a gift to end on. However, you've got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front nine with possibly an eagle 3.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Rich, this player's just a few shots back with the last 9 to play. Did you prefer to be the greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound. I'm sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back. They need to start sprinting.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Oh, my God, Rich. I don't even know who this player is. Look at this performance.
Kind of coming out of nowhere, but that's what makes this game so great, isn't it? Everybody loves a Cinderella story.
Getting ready to play their third.
Just 3 strokes back.
And this putt to move into a tie for third place. A bit long on that one.
Yeah, good job. Nice par. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys. Oh, that was pure. Even for the day. Currently tied for 8th place. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Big par saver coming up for this fella.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Just go ahead and tap that one in.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 12th hole at Foxholm Golf Links is a strong par 3 measuring 216 off the back tees.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker.
And here we are with the third shot.
3 shots off the lead.
That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings. That's for sure. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole. Quality shot, that one. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. 4 shots behind our leader. Wonderfully played.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup. Thinking this putt will help them pull in front of Tony Finau. Let's see if this will add some heat to the rivalry.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Let's see how this shot goes from the fairway bunker.
Oh, almost went in. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. This hole is a par 5.
Eight days a week, that rhythm works.
Time for the second shot at the 14th. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them. Getting ready to play their third. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Time now for the fourth shot. 4 strokes off the lead. A par putt awaits.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. Outstanding shot. High quality.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
Just didn't drop. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Trailing by 4 strokes. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He is right on the 150-yard marker here. Yeah, this is lovely.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. That's frustrating. This one to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
That's disappointing. Just accept the bogey and move on. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Needs to make a move soon. Second shot here on the 17th hole. So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Such soft hands.
He's currently tied for 7th. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Ooh, yeah, no, not where they wanted to go. This one's left.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. And here we are with their 4. 4 shots behind our leader. Didn't that look good for a long time? And that'll wrap things up for him here at this tournament. And Rich, even without the win, it's fair to say this is a big-time week for this player.
Listen, we're going to know this player's name for a long time. After that performance, didn't get the victory, but I tell you what, all eyes are going to be on this player going forward. What an attitude. What a finish. Love it.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry.
That's some good golf right there. This shot is about 140 yards out. Needs this to kick a bit left. Setting up miles from the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Get in. That one had eyes for it the whole way.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
And it's time to recap that play.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Currently 1 under for the tournament. Well, it looks like John McCarthy's stepped back ashore, kicked off his boat shoes, and is going to give us a little bit of a condition of today's course. John, what are the players facing here at Old Marina Golf Club?
Well, Luke, we're on the coast, but there's a good mix of coastal and inland holes at Old Marina Golf Club. Lots of movement in these greens. If you are an expert at reading putts, you're going to have a bit of a leg up, I think, this week. I love the 4th hole, par 5, that stretches along the ocean, has a green that's well protected by bunkers, which probably might dissuade some from going forward into the 7th hole. Similarly, a par 5 stretching down the ocean, but is much less protected around the green. And that green is enormous, by the way. So that'll definitely be green light city for the players this week. And one last hole. I really love the par 4 14th. The players are going to hit over the water to a fairway that juts out into the ocean on a peninsula. So that will provide some great entertainment this week as well. Looking forward to see what kind of creativity is on display by these players here this week at Old Marina Golf Club.
Pretty good shot there.
Time for the second shot into the 3rd. That should set up another chance.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
Ooh, right by the hole. This putt is about 8 feet. And down she goes.
And now over to Justin Rose.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. This hole is a par 5, and after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. sitting at 1 over in a share of 7th.
Not too sure that was, but that didn't even come close to resembling a golf swing.
Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holding out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Oh, hate it when you hook it that bad.
And he's down there.
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Oh, this one will be a bonus. Putt from around 19 feet.
If they sink this putt, they'll pull ahead of Justin Rose. Let's see if they can ramp up this rivalry.
Oh, just missed. Putting for par. Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
Now a par 5 hole awaits.
That's a good-looking shot there. Second shot here on the 7th. Oh, this is the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Driver off the deck. And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Just 3 strokes back.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And now over to Justin Rose.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And this putt to move into the top 5. Well played. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. He finds himself currently tied for 5th.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Oh, that's a tad disappointing, finding the branches there.
Keep focused on that flag while playing to this elevation. Doesn't quite look like it. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Just 2 shots behind.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup. This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 9th hole here, though, at Old Marina Golf Club is a strong one. A really tough test to finish the opening 9. A par 4 stretching 466 yards.
For those who like to work the golf ball from left to right, you're going to have to take a little bit of a chance by aiming over that hazard on the left-hand side. But if you find the fairway, boy, I tell you what, that's a fantastic feeling because this hole has got so much beauty. I love the second shot, the bunkers on the front, but I love how the green runs away on the left-hand side. The design of this hole, especially the green, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the wind's really starting to blow, but that didn't faze them.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. It's on a good line.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
To the top 5 he goes. Reg, good position for this player. Just 3 back with 9 to play. Do you sense them making a charge?
Yes, but 3 back with 9 to go, they're going to have to start taking chances. They're going to have to start firing at every flagstick they can see. That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
You're going to need 1 or 2 clubs more because this green is sitting up.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead.
This one's going to the right.
Well, a little off the target with that one. Oh, well played.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Trying to forget the bogey on the last as they step onto the tee. That was wonderfully done. Henny, what's the player facing here?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
Long way away from the hole if they want to make the birdie, though.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Putting for a bogey. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading.
And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3.
A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th.
Let's take a look at Justin Rose, shall we?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
This tall player is just streets ahead now.
And back to the play, shall we? You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. Sitting at a couple over for the day. Teeing off here on the 13th hole. Attaboy. Good shot. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
7 feet to the cup. Well, at least it wasn't a double.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently in 5th place.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. He's in a share of 9th place.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
A chance to put last hole's bogey behind them here at this tee. Playing from around 150 yards here. Currently 4 shots off the pace.
This one is heading to a really not so good space.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
Surely it's going to.
Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Now 5 strokes behind. We find ourselves on a par 3 here.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently in 4th place.
And back to the course with the live action. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Definitely looking to make a move on this hole. Could be interesting.
This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
Looked like they were swinging a snake, not a golf club.
Coming up from the bunker.
That is a delightful bunker shot, Beamer.
They'll be disappointed with that one. That was a pushed putt.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, Rich, don't know about you, but my eyes were wide open standing here on the 17th tee of Old Marina Golf Club.
Every player is going to be salivating to get here. This could be the easiest hole by a long shot on this golf course. The fairway, massive, most generous fairway out here. Second shot, a little bit uphill, but let's face it, just 506 yards, slightly uphill. I promise you, every player in this field is thinking eagle and nothing but.
That's not the outcome they were after.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
And he needs this to save par. Okay, steady now. As they say, drive for show, putt for dough. That'll cost you. Job done. Let's head to the next.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 155. Wow, that one was a fairway splitter.
Getting ready to play their third. This putt is for a final score of 76. Hey, that's a chance. The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day.
And as we recap all our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to our gal on the ground, Henny Koyak, for bringing us all the action from this group today.
Oh, it was a pleasure to be able to follow the action out there today, Luke.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting.
And this one is for bogey. Currently at +1 for the tournament. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
And here we are with the third shot.
Oh, it's a little wayward, bouncing through the branches.
Playing their fourth shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
Time to make a putt here. This one's for double.
Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
You like that, didn't you? Sitting at 3 over. Opting for the 9-iron. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Birdied their last hole.
Chance to change his fortunes on the green. This would be a good one to make.
This will be a good bogey.
Oh, so close.
Just a short putt. Closes the workout on that hole. The Spaniard, Jon Rahm, currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard.
There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Let's hope this one gets a good lie, because it's heading towards the rough.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Rich, this player is definitely not on the top of many people's favourites to win. How do you see them faring here today?
The PGA Tour is full of underdogs that can flat out play, Luke. This is just another one of those scenarios. This player is someone to watch.
Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet. Ooh, just missed that one.
This putt here for double bogey. Make sure you make this one. Jon Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole.
Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
What a shot.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
The great Ceferano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. 3 over for the day. Currently tied for 10th place.
It's time to check on the leaderboard.
Trailing by 7 after that hole. The par 5 9th is a monster, over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
They're in the bunker, looking for an up and down here. Not your best effort, still a mid-range putt coming up.
The dreaded shove always hurts on the greens. That will work.
Here we go, Rich. The back 9 on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Oh dear, that's on the beach. Lovely shot out of the bunker. That's in tight.
Down it goes, but that's back-to-back bogeys. Time to lift.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Going with the 5 wood. And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Sitting at 10 over par for the event. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
That's a good putt to hole for a bogey.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. This hole here is a par 4. That's not the one he wanted. Henny, how bad is this lie?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Time now for the 4th shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Back-to-back bogeys is never nice, but in she goes.
And making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Well, it's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. 16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
Bit untidy, wasn't it? And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 140 yards.
No green in reg, but a chance to save their par.
Well, there's the line, the greenside bunker. Can they get this one up and down?
Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance.
This is what they have left for bogey.
Steady on.
That's a disappointing stroke. That's a push. There it is. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Now the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there,
Now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Yeah, that putt looked pushed.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. That's all she wrote, folks. His work is done here. Well, Rich, it was great to share these moments with you and all the folks at home.
Absolutely, Luke. Always a pleasure, my friend. Onwards and upwards.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Yeah, well, looks can be deceiving, can't they? While they might remind you of Happy Gilmore's caddy, this player is one to beat, and good luck in this rivalry because you're going to need it.
Playing their fifth shot.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
And this next putt is for triple bogey. Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one.
And there it is.
And now at +4 for the round. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
It's heading to the rough for mine. Well, Rich, I'm being honest, this lie is putrid. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
A bit short with that effort.
Just 10 feet to the cup here.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
Appears to have overcooked this one.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly.
Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
Bit disappointing, that one. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Now he's eyeing up around 160 here.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Good look at a birdie here. Ouch, that hurts. That's just about 3 feet away.
Canada's Brooke Henderson currently leading the event as we head to the next hole.
Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
Putting for bogey here.
I don't mind the look of this.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. The fifth hole, Rich, the first of the par threes. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
Well, Rich, you think they're going to make this one?
Luke, I got to say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Love the long holes. Welcome to the par 5. Not bad.
This shot from about 190 yards out.
Up the hill to an elevated green. They're going to need to take a little extra club to get it all the way back to this pin.
No, that's too bad. Always good to lead the bounce back category. That's a good stat.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Well, just like Lloyd Christmas, you've got a chance. Just didn't drop.
Putting now for a bogey. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Sitting at 8 over for the event. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
Okay, Henny. What's he looking at with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here. An important par save.
It looks like he pushed that one.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
2 bogeys in a row. Never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
That's not what he had hoped for. I'm pretty sure of that. Well, this is what you call an underdog. But the PGA Tour, we've seen plenty of those underdogs get up and win. Do you think this player's got what it takes?
The PGA Tour is full of underdogs that can flat out play, Luke. This is just another one of those scenarios. This player is someone to watch.
And there it is.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. And as we continue alongside the beach, the coastline here, it is a spectacular scene, the 10th, isn't it?
It certainly is. I don't know if I love any hole more at Pebble Beach than this one right here. You want to aim down the left-hand side, but avoid those big bunkers. And from there, you want to try and land it short of the screen and bounce it on. Anything landing on the green, though, could go shooting over the green and into a nasty spot.
And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
He'll be disappointed with that one. That was a pushed putt.
Par putt coming up here. That was a gallant attempt. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.